For a while now, it's been clear that for your agent to get the most out of an MCP's tools, you need skills to guide it. Now, this meant either installing both separately or using some kind of custom plugin or connector in Claude or Codex, for instance. Now, just recently, a brand new standard called Agent Plugins shipped. It's backed by Amazon, Cursor, Microsoft, OpenAI, and more. It tries to fix this problem by shipping a vendor-agnostic config that you can install in any client that supports it. So let's talk about what it is, what it doesn't fix yet, and also how to install one. You ready? Let's go. First things first, what is this new standard? Well, like I mentioned, it's a protocol that allows you to ship a vendor-neutral config that ships both MCP and skills together. At its most basic, an Agent Plugins repo should include a plugin.json config, and it can optionally also define skills and an mcp.json. Clients that support this new protocol can get everything they need from the config, and then optionally install the skills or MCP server. Now, what does this not fix? I wish I could say it fixed all the issues, but I think there are at least 3. First of all, the standard doesn't fix discoverability. Each client has its own directory, and there are more online directories than you can count. Second, this doesn't fix how you install an agent plugin. It's different for every client. So VS Code does it one way, Cursor another, Kiro another still, and the list goes on. That means to install one, unfortunately, you're going to have to search and figure out how your client does it. I'll show you a few in just a moment though. Finally, clients often implement many other details in custom plugins or connectors like commands, hooks, agents, rules, and more. Any of these additional customizations are not covered in the spec, and you need to store them in a client-specific folder. The portable core of this whole standard then includes just 3 items: plugin.json, the skills folder, and mcp.json. Any other client-specific items are stored outside that portable core in their own folder since the standard doesn't cover them. So now that we understand the standard and some of the things it doesn't quite cover yet, let's talk about how useful it is when you actually install it on a client. Now, first thing to note here is if you have a client like Claude who does not currently support this, you still can install custom plugins. So here's one for Recent that we shipped just not too long ago. You can install that and that gives you skills. It gives you the MCP server all packaged together, which is exactly what this Agent Plugins spec does for you. But if you're in a client, like for instance, here I'm in VS Code that doesn't have a custom plugin built yet for it, you can simply come in here and install a plugin. Here I'm going to use the install plugin from source. I mentioned earlier that you install these differently depending on where you're at. This is how we would do it here. So you install this, and I would just install this directly from the Recent Skills repo, which I'll try to remember to link down below. Now, as soon as I add this, it will add this as a custom plugin. So the skills will already be installed. However, I don't really have the MCP server ready yet. To do that, I need to come to MCP, and I can list my existing server. You'll see that this one right here, it's stopped. And if I go to run it and I try to start the server, it'll actually tell me that it needs to be authenticated. So the first time you try to use it, you'll have to authenticate. And here with OAuth, I can choose the team, what kind of access I want, and give it full permission. So just like that, we've added skills and an MCP server, and now it's actually authenticated and running. So I can see it over here, it's already running, or I could list servers and see that Recent is running here. Now, you may also be using agents, which is another way to interact with VS Code, and you can click to it right here to open it up. But if I jump over here, you'll notice that this MCP server has already been authenticated. If it hadn't, it would actually give me the option to authenticate directly here, but since we installed it in normal VS Code, it also works in agents. So let's also look at Kiro, and then I'll show you some stuff you can do with this server in particular. Now here I am in Kiro, and they call them powers. So I come over here and I can add a custom power. Once again, I'm going to import from a URL. We'll paste this in and it will install this. Now this installs both the skills and the MCP once again, but it highlights what I mentioned, which is that each of these tools has a different install path. Now that I've got access to it, I can try the power, but first I need to do one thing. And that is if I jump over here, I can actually authenticate with the server. So this will open up that OAuth flow again. So here I'll use the same team and I'll slide to allow, and now Kiro should have access as well. So I can come over here and try the power at this point. This gives access to all the skills. It also has the MCP server. I'll just allow everything to let it work through its session. Here we go. And it should have access to everything it needs. And now I can build whatever I want within Kiro using the MCP tools guided by the skills. So you can see here, I've got this whole list right here. Now, one of the nice things about authenticating with OAuth for each of these flows is you've got full access within your Recent dashboard. So here in settings under team, I can scroll down under authorized apps. You can see I've got Kiro, I've got Visual Studio Code. I also happen to have the CLI installed, and I can come over here and revoke access if I want for any of these different agent platforms. Now, this video isn't really about the Recent MCP server, but in case you're curious, you can do all kinds of things from sending emails to creating whole marketing campaigns, automations, the works. You can even connect your MCP server to Figma and then upload an email design directly from your coding agent. Well, I trust this brief video helped you understand what the Agent Plugins standard is, as well as what it's not, and how to use one. Thanks, I'll catch you in the next one. Happy emailing.